Xbox Magazine. Today we're here with Harmonix and Rock Band 3. Project lead Daniel Sussman is going to talk to us about the new game in which you can actually learn to play a real Fender Squier Stratocaster guitar. Rock Band Pro is really all about using gameplay to teach you skills that are relevant outside of the gaming experience. So, you're playing this game and you're learning the keyboard, you're learning the guitar parts, and the game will teach you how to do things that can apply to an actual instrument, to a real piano or a guitar. It doesn't teach you how to play an instrument, but in the same way that Rock Band drums took you through actual drumming mechanics, Pro Guitar will take you through actual guitar mechanics, and the Pro Keys will actually teach you how to play the stuff on the piano, which is awesome. What's been interesting for me is that there are players who are really hotshot Rock Band players, and they can come in, they can sight read stuff on Expert, and Rock Band Pro we've designed as a game. They're starting on easy for the first time, like forever. And the idea with Rock Band Pro is that it's gameplay that is rooted in actual musical abilities. With the addition of the keyboard, it really expanded the universe of music that we have access to for gameplay. And we were really excited to be able just to introduce new gameplay tracks. With the keyboard stems, you now get access to all of that content from a gameplay perspective. If you have the guitar, you can play all of those parts on your guitar, whatever you have. And if you have the keyboard, you can play all the keys parts in either regular mode or pro mode, which is really exciting. Or you can even play bass and guitar parts on the keyboard. So just in terms of opening up the world of gameplay, Rock Band 3 affords thousands of hours of gameplay, things to do, ways to interact.
The Acrid are back, and the Snow Pirates have returned in Lost Planet 2, Capcom's follow-up to its hit third-person shooter from 2007. I'm Triton True, and I had a chance to chat with Lost Planet 2's community specialist, Sean Baxter, about a few helpful hints for the game. First, Capcom has arranged a little bit of a gift for Lost Planet 2 players who've played other Capcom games.
So, if you have played other Capcom games, Lost Planet 2 will see your save data and actually reward you in-game for that with special items. If you played Resident Evil 5, for instance, you'll be able to unlock the Wesker model and his Magnum. If you've downloaded the multiplayer versus demo, we also give you a special machine gun that you can only get from playing the online versus demo. So if you haven't downloaded it, it's free. Try it out.
Now, once you've unlocked a character like Wesker, you can select that character model in the character parts menu under preset models. Also, it's important to note that while unlockable characters are available immediately for multiplayer, you won't be able to use them in the story missions until you've completed campaign once already. The much-loved Vital Suits from the original game are back as well, and there's more to their abilities in Lost Planet 2 than may initially meet the eye.
Initializing. Ready.
The Vital Suits in Lost Planet 2 have various special secret abilities, like a melee or a combo with the melee and weapons, transforming. So it all depends on the very specific VS. And so if you get a little confused, every time you enter a new Vital Suit, you'll unlock a new VS manual. And you can always go back and check out the manuals, and they will give you hints, if you haven't figured them out yet, as to what the secret abilities are. Something unique to Lost Planet 2 is the ability to roll. When you first start off the roll, you're briefly invulnerable. You can literally get hit with a sniper shot or a rocket launcher or an insta-kill weapon and essentially survive without a scratch. The balance to this is that when you're exiting the roll, the last half of that, there's an increased damage point, which means if you time it wrong and that sniper got lucky and he hit you in the foot, it's still a fatal shot because there's increased damage there.
Now, how to execute the roll isn't exactly obvious. It took me a few minutes to figure it out myself, but here's how it works. First, tap the crouch button and then immediately hit the jump button. There you go. Personally, I found the roll most useful during boss fights for both avoiding sudden attacks and taking advantage of the invulnerability mid-roll. Speaking of which, if I could offer one tip, it would be this. Focus your attacks during any boss fight initially on their limbs rather than their core weak spot, even though it's initially available. Once you've done enough damage to the limbs, you'll disable the boss for a short period of time, allowing you to fire freely where they're most vulnerable. So in this case, that would be the top of the head. It's only when they're disabled that they take the most damage. Also, if you don't disable them, they'll just play whack-a-mole with you, constantly spamming attacks while you desperately try to line up a shot. Thanks so much to Sean for giving us a little inside insight into the game, and enjoy your time in Lost Planet 2. Thanks for watching Inside Xbox.
We're diving back into BioWare's Mass Effect 2, and we're going to show you how to earn the 75-point No One Left Behind achievement. Now, to get this, every team member's got to survive that final mission. So if you're not at the end yet, take this as a warning. We've got some serious spoilers this episode. End of game spoilers.
Alert. Hull breach on engineering deck.
To the cargo hold.
I'll take a team and deal with the intruder.
Now, I can't count the number of times I've had someone come up to me and say, "Hey, what went wrong in the final mission? So-and-so died. What's going on?" My brother, he was just crestfallen over the death of Jacob after he finished the game. So here's the thing. Earning a 100% survival rate for your team takes into account all sorts of different variables across your entire playthrough.
That felt good.
Alright, now first and foremost, you've got to earn and keep every teammate's loyalty. Now you can check your team's loyalty by choosing team status on your private terminal. Obviously, you've got to complete all of the loyalty missions, but know this, you can finish those missions and still not keep that squad member's loyalty.
Yeah, that is for damn sure. For example, if you sell out Tali's father at the end of her loyalty quest, man, she is going to be so pissed off at you, and she's not going to be able to focus properly on the missions.
How could you do it, Shepard? I didn't want this.
Now, there's a couple of points where your teammates are going to get into it. When their tempers flare, you got to have enough Paragon or Renegade points to